welcome back to the channel. This is the second time recording. Those on the members channel will know I've already done one that completely and utterly failed, which was great. You'll be, if you want to see that, head over to patreon.com/MacBuses or over to YouTube and click on the join button and you can find it in there in the members videos for once you've joined. Today I'm going to do something different. Well, I'll say something different. I've got until about 12ish and it's currently about 10 o'clock. So I'm going to quickly try and sort this injector out. We think there's 2 copper washers down in the hole. So I'm going to quickly whip the injector out, have a fish in the hole, see if there's any 2 copper washers in there. If there is, take them both out, put one back in, put injector in, tighten it up, put all pipes back on. Bob's your uncle, we should be on the road. In theory. This could go wrong, and by wrong I mean we could do another head on off again, but we'll give it a go. Right, let's get the tools, get back there. Right, so I know it's not the best angle for you guys, but it's what I can do because at the moment everything that belongs to this bus is sort of crammed here at the back. So we're going to need 10mm spanner for one. I don't even have enough room really to kneel down because there is a generator here, not over that side. Right, so let's get these off. Let's tighten them. This is the bit where it could go wrong. Taking the returns off. One return off. Especially on this number 1. Because this number 1 wouldn't stop leaking originally. Come out. And the threads look fine, so hopefully it'll go back in. And the last one we have to take off is cylinder 4s. I've taken off 5, 6 and 4. That's 5's copper washer. Right. Now we can take off the pipe, so we need a 17. Keep that out on the chair, we're going to come back to that in a moment. It's a 15, it's a 15, and it's a 17. New pipes, nice and easy. Just do that until it comes off. Well, it's popped off now. Hold that up out the way. Alright, now we're going to need the big boys. Need, I think it's a 24mm. Now, one of the disadvantages today, I've only just realised it, is that normally we use extension bars to make these longer. But I've forgotten them. They're at home. So unfortunately I've only got this. I don't know if this is even going to be possible. But we'll give it a bloody good go. Not much leverage, you see. without the extension bars I have no leverage whatsoever. Fuck! I think I've done it. I think I've managed it. Down there. I've managed it. Alright. So all we've got to worry about now is getting it back on afterwards. Right, so there's no copper washers come out with that. Right. So, there must be copper washers down there. So I need to find some screws. I need this, the one I want. There's one. There was one down there. It's like there might have only ever been one down there. It's looking like. I'm a 15. Might have one in these though. 14. 19. 17. Two standards, what's that then? 15. There we go. The ratchet. Put this down, then we've got a bit of working space, haven't we? Make more sense, wouldn't it? That in there, that in there. That's doing it up, I think. I'm going to take this off, you see. The nozzle and everything should be there. I've had to take it off that way round. So there's all the nozzle. So that's the one that we think doesn't work. And to be fair, there's not a lot of fuel in it. Let's take off this one. This is the one that the head is butchered on it, which is why we can't use it. Otherwise we could just direct swap it. It's also not very tight. So this is now the good one, and that's the bad one. So let's put this bit of grass in there onto there. That injector certainly doesn't work. Back up. See, in theory, the ball bearing should have fallen out and down. But I don't know until, well, we try now. So I'm going to need the collar off this one. Position. This will be the fun bit now, trying to get this tightened back up essentially. Might not be too bad because we managed to do it once. We know we can manage it. So but I can't see if the return pipe fits until it's all in properly, because if it fits, it screws up. I can't undo it. I don't want to be undoing it. Do it back up, you see. As tight as it's going. Right, so let's go with the obvious things first. Let's see if we can get the return line back on, because I can't remember why this injector was taken out of service, other than it probably had a dicky head. Seems to be going. It's not getting any tighter, which is a concern. Yeah, no. Right, let me just try this longer screw. That might do it, you know. It's on. It might. There's big in quotient marks in this, but it might just do it. And the might do it is good enough for me to try. But really, it's a new injector that's needed. hopefully in a minute it won't be a new engine. And I discovered the ball bearing fell down the fucking thingy rather than where I hoping it fell, which is outside the engine. I completely forgot there was no ball bearing on that one. I'm wondering if I even put one in it, to be honest. I think we're struggling with it, so I'm not 100% sure whether or not I even bothered to put one in it. Well, this end on it's got to go ridiculously tight. Let's get this on. We might have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We might have managed to do an injection swap anyway. Right, so I'm going to need them spanners just in case. We don't want that going down the hole. That's all fine. Let's go give it a go, I suppose. Yeah, injector 1 is doing it, 6 is doing it again, but 5's not leaking, which is good. Right, I'll hand pump some fuel up, so let's see if that makes a difference. Try again. Well, it was much quicker to start. Right, so Right. That injector is now active and running. And I never put the copper washer down there. So there must be one stuck right down there. Now, the problem I have is this one is knackered. It's got no ball bearing in it. But at the same point, I should be able to centre it without the ball bearing. That's all the ball bearing's doing, is it's centering it. So in essence, if it's centred that the pipe will go into it, it's tight. Because I do have one more injector, but I think it's even more knackered. The top of it. copper wash. The copper washers and the pipes aren't sitting properly. I need gloves. And then we'll try and seal it as it's running. It might work. Past the thread that's gone. Move it all on to the next thread. Right. All I can do is try the original without the board in it and see if I can get it to line up, settle, and work. That's all I can do. Right, so what we're going to try, guys, is, because these are just not sealing up at all, is the one without the ball bearing used to centre it. We're going to try that one without the ball bearing. Hopefully it will centre. There won't be a bypass of pressure, and it should all seal. And then everything going to plan, it should give us cylinder 5 back working, because cylinder 5 is now working with the 2 other injectors that we've used. Cylinder 5 has worked, so it's not bad compression. It was just there's 2 copper washers in that hole for some reason. Ideal world, we could replace injector 5 with a brand new injector and everything, because I think 6 is going to need it soon. This screw's going to be, I don't like the feel of this screw every time you have to take it out, and the fact that to tighten it up you've got to tighten it up to like Kingdom Come, which is not good. Not good at all, but hey ho, right. Like that. In there. Oh, I don't have enough on it. Try this now. Let's get off with this now. Use this collar because I know this collar's good. Comes off nice and easy. Right, so that's still out. Right. So, I'm going to need that. All that's intact still. Need to put that in there. So then that goes onto there. Somehow. There we go. And we want the 15 in there with the 15 spanner. That's now tight, that shouldn't leak. So slot that down the hole. This is where it's going to become tricky. Make sure this collar should get away with it. There's a sticky point in the collar, but I've done this before. Cylinder 1 does the same, cylinder 1 turns, so I have done this before, so I should be able to get away with it. It's just a bit trickier, that's all. So that's now facing the wrong way. So get the spanner. Turn it round. I'm going to need one of these spanners, I think. If I remember bit more fiddly without the other pin in it, but it's not impossible to do it. Just requires a little bit more finesse to make it work, basically. So that's now centered at the moment. It's still pretty much centered. Only turn it slightly. No, so I need to undo it ever so slightly. I know how much it moves now, so I can set that injector back around a bit further than it needs to be. Hold the nut in place. I hold that nut. Right, now when that tightens now, it should be where we need it to be. Spot on. Right, I'm going to try it as that tight, because if I'm going tight now, the bloody injector's going to rotate, so it should be tight enough that. So let's get these back in on them. In there. One. Don't want to lose the screw, Jordan. Will be catastrophic. That one on there. I tested that and I still did it the wrong bloody way. Not even mating that. Still not mating. It's not 100% straight, that's why. That feels better. Felt better, but it's still not right. A new one. What? Not thread this as well. No, that's not. It's not in the right position. Not a problem. Take that one out as well. I'm trying to do it with 6 still attached. I'm against the clock now because I'm going to have to pick her up soon. So. Like that now. You get the big bar in, it needs to turn ever so slightly, and I mean ever so slightly. That's possibly it. That is possibly it. If not, it needs to go back another millimetre. But we'll give this a go first now. We're on. We're on. Again, I'll tighten these once the engine is running. Now, I am expecting fuel to piss out of everywhere, but I'll give it a go first. We should be looking for a direct start this time. Give it a few pumps. That injector is kaput. Try now. So we know what the fault is. That's important. We know it's that injector that's at fault. Right, let me get you down there. Right, although today seemed pretty pointless, what we've actually achieved is quite good. What we do know is cylinder 5 is in good compression, not a problem. The other two injectors we have work in there and fire the cylinder. The injector that's in it now doesn't fire that cylinder, so there's something wrong with that injector apart from it's missing its ball bearing, which could be the problem. Who knows? So we're going to need another injector for that one. But what we've achieved is that we know the cylinder's good, we know fuel delivery's good, with just that injector, and we can't use the other two because they leak on the returns. So one injector and we should be good to go. At least that is something. And the other thing is, whilst I was running it, I didn't show you on camera, but whilst I was on the phone and running it with the other injector in, with the fuel streaming out of the return lines, there was no smoke from the exhaust. It was smokeless. So we're on to something, we know what the fault is. So let's get a replacement injector, get it in there, get done. Now if you've liked what you've watched today, please do check out Mac Buses on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the normal social media platforms. We've even got a Reddit as well. Not that it's used much, but we're trying to build it on there as well. Discord, links are down below for the Discord. Head over to macbuses.com to find out how you can support us and restoring this vehicle. And that's about it. Make sure you do like, comment and subscribe and help grow the channel. On our road now to 9,000.
You can now find us on Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, Twitter and Instagram.
Hashtag MangBosses. Find us at mangbosses.com. MangBosses, we're sorting scrap.